All right, we're joined here today at 90.5 KSJS San Jose with DeliverPain, an artist out of where are you from?
From Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Yeah, we're here in downtown San Jose, California. My name's DJ Coffin. I'm the host of the Cremation Booth Show, currently every single Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're doing this off the air right now, but we're going to be uploading it later, putting it on the radio for y'all to hear, and I'm excited to get into it. All right. First things first, I want to talk about your background a little bit before we get into your new album and music and stuff like that. When did you first start making music?
So I actually started when I was 12, like in middle school. Made my first song off my friend's phone, off of BandLab. So like I've been on BandLab like forever. And then I don't record on BandLab anymore, but I started I guess I made music all the way up to like once I got out of high school, like that's when I really got was able to I got, a job and stuff, was able to start pushing my music, put money behind it. So that's when, I started getting more. I started off as probably people probably don't know, and it's a little bit lower, but my first rapper name wasn't Deliver Pain, it was Prince Flex. And then I changed it like when I was 19, probably like around 2023 or whatever. I had changed my rap name to Deliver Pain. And then yeah, ever since then, like, I've been Deliver Pain.
All right, fire. Where's that name come from?
So it comes from, I ain't gonna lie, I did hear it. I had heard it in the song. If y'all know who Hard Rock is, he made the song "How to
Hmm.
Feel Alive" and stuff. And he
I love
says in
that
the
song.
song, he says, what says, "Flatty post office, I come in deliver pain," and that like it really
Hmm.
stuck with me, especially with like everything like I had been through in life, and also the music I was making. I felt like that's like really what I do a lot. I put a lot of pain in my music, and y'all probably even hear it in the new album, like things that I'm
Hmm.
saying, and like it just sounds a little bit vague, but it's like really like a lot of story behind it.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely one thing that I noticed is like a lot of the music does sound like sonically like upbeat, but if you're like listening to like what you're saying, it's really some like deep stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah. So like Hard Rock, you said you listen to him. What are your some like other influences, maybe like growing up or currently, who are you listening to?
But yeah, definitely. Growing up, it was like I ain't gonna lie, like I was really big like into the SoundCloud era, like around
Hmm.
2016. Like that's what I listened to like everybody, like for real. Like let's say D Savage like was one of my like when I was like 12, 13, my favorite artists. And then it was also listening to like a lot of Lil Peep, and then
Hmm.
it was a lot, it ranged like all the way. And then also I listened to a lot of more street artists too, like and then growing up I started listening to more like I started listening to like Lil Double O like before he took off. He was a big inspo. And then I got into like around 2022, 2021, I was listening to a lot of Glock 40 Spaz, and then
Fire.
Destroy Lonely for sure. Destroy Lonely, I really liked him too. And I still
Hmm.
listen to both those a lot. Glock 40 and
Hmm.
Destroy Lonely, definitely I still mess with them heavy still.
Yeah, Glock's been going crazy. What do you think of the new Lone album?
I ain't gonna lie, I love the new album, I ain't gonna lie.
Hmm.
Especially when I didn't truly liked his last couple projects. I mean, they were cool. Like, was it really the last one was all right, and then
Hmm.
No Stylish was okay, and then If Looks Could Kill, like because I listened to Destroy Lonely before Looks, If Looks Could
Hmm.
Kill, like that Destroy Lonely was like my
Broken
favorite,
Hearts. Yeah,
you know.
Broken
And
Hearts is
then
crazy.
yeah, the new album is really dope. I ain't gonna lie,
Hmm.
I saved at least
Yeah,
11 songs on the playlist.
I'm hype. I'm seeing him tonight. He's doing the SF show.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, I
Show.
know. I got the floor tickets, bro. I'm so excited.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be live.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's what about I mean you're from Houston. Houston obviously has a very like a long and like deep music history. Any like inspiration from that?
Well, my dad was actually a producer back
Okay.
in like the 90s. He produced for like a lot of the Ghetto Boys and UGK, if
Okay,
anybody
fire.
knows them. So,
Yeah, bro,
but
everyone knows them.
yeah, I mean, some people, a lot of when I would tell a lot of people because a lot of people are younger now, they don't really like listen to
Hmm.
that. But he made a lot of their music, a lot of their beats and stuff. But it's in terms of inspiration from Houston, like I'm gonna be real, I don't really know like. like off the top of my head, anyone that I really was like truly inspired by from Houston. Like I feel like there probably was somebody, I just can't really think of them. Like I don't know. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really searched outwards. Like because growing up, I was really into like also like the Cali. Like Tupac was one of my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was listening to a lot of the West Coast, like and East Coast like artists. I ain't gonna lie.
Fair. And so going into this project, Sackboy music, what does that mean to you? And like, what was your mindset going into this?
So it was a when I was younger, I used to play this game called Little Big Planet. And that's what Sackboy comes from because that was the character or whatever. And growing up, I always liked to
Mm-hmm.
customize my characters, whatever game it was. And that was like the first game like I really got like addicted to for real. So then I and then I because also within the music I'm making now it's like because I just see also the trend is like people are kind of like feeding back into their nostalgia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what kind of with the beat selection too, like it's kind of like the jerk, kind of like old like 2000 early 2010s type beats. And so I was like me playing into that which is the music. I was like I wanted to play into it because also I started seeing Lil Big Panic like kind of popping off
Mm-hmm.
on like TikTok and stuff. So I was like, oh, people actually know about this game and actually has like a kind of like a little fan base for it. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I made the cover art and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, I really that's really what that came from, the Sackboy and stuff.
All right, fire. I was thinking like it's like Sackboy, like you're chasing that sack, you're chasing
Right.
that money.
See, and
But
it can go both ways too, you know?
no, yeah, I love Little Bit Big Planet. I used to play that as a kid with my little brother.
Yes,
Yeah.
literally my favorite game of all time.
hmm And so I think you posted the other day. So you're at over 10,000 monthly listeners right now. I think you posted the other day that like before this project you were what at like a couple hundred or something?
Honestly, I don't even think I was even at 100, man. Like, I mean, there's at times I had hit a few hundred monthly listeners, but like before this, like right before this, I don't even know if I was like even, I was probably barely at 100, honestly.
hmm And so what do you think like made this project really pop off like that?
I definitely put a lot more money behind it, but it's just more of like I put a lot of I just feel like this was also like just a level up from my last projects. I also recorded this one like all on FL. It was way more like behind the mixing and mastering of it and really took a lot of time on it, honestly. And I feel like and then also I feel like the cover art really stood out too. So
hmm
like it really made it to like people want to like just click on it more too.
Yeah, I thought I listened to like through kind of like your like past discography today, and like it's interesting. I feel like a lot of the like sounds that you're using on this new project are not necessarily like new to what you were like doing before.
Yeah,
I
true.
think it's just like kind of what I said earlier. Like it sounds like a little bit more upbeat, and like you definitely are tapping into that like that jerk like a little bit more as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, and I think I found you on like Reels or something like that, like Instagram Reels. And then I like tapped in. I think you were at like 8K or something, and then you like in the next like couple days after that, you gained like 2,000 more listeners.
No, yeah, most definitely. My listen, yeah, all of that's been going up, and then like on everything too, like my Apple Music been going up. My the sound on SoundCloud, like I probably have like at least like 60,000 streams on there, like within
Yeah.
the last month. So
hmm
everything
Yeah.
been
What would
going
you?
crazy. I ain't gonna
Yeah. Have you found any like methods that you would like recommend people to work with, like promoting your music, or like what have you found successful in that?
A big thing that I did really, and I feel like this was probably a big part of it, was doing Spotify campaigns. Like that's what I did a Spotify campaign through Spotify, and I feel like that got me a lot of them more for my monthly listeners and stuff. But then
hmm
within the organic side, because there's no really way to do like Apple Music and stuff like that, or even SoundCloud kind of. So what I did for that was like doing Instagram Reels and TikTok. Like my TikTok, I got like I just hit 4,000 followers on there. So my TikTok, and then I got like one reel that I mean one TikTok that's like almost at 100K. So that TikTok
Wow.
really was like with TikTok they just it's just better to boost on there, and it's also just posting on there like you get so much more like organic like feedback, and then it's just also a lot more. It shows it to a lot more people that aren't your followers than
hmm
on Instagram. Like Instagram, it
Yeah.
basically shows it to only your followers. So you kind of have to boost on Instagram. But TikTok is like you can just post it and you'll get feedback or like more love from every like people you don't know and stuff, or people that don't even follow you.
Hmm. All right, yeah, building that like sense of community in a way as well.
Yeah.
Then you were also on the radar, right? How did that
Yeah.
come about?
So that happened last year. I had did the music video with this shout out to there's this video group, videographers at from Houston called Houstonology, and make some fire music videos. But I did a music video with them, right? And then
Hmm.
uh, dude, shout out Aiden the Asset. He's the one who found me from there. I'm pretty sure that's where he found me from. He started following me, and then because he was already I think tapped in with Houstonology. So then he started following me for a bit, and then I was just me and my cameraman. Shout out Aiden or Vixie.jp. That's my cameraman, and we were shooting for like we were just shooting every day, like just like how we are right now, like music video after music video, just kept going. And then I
Hmm.
remember like one day we were just shooting a music video, and I just remember he DM'd me. He was like, "Hey, if you're gonna be in New York soon, like, would you be down to like be on the radar?" And I was like, "Of course, man!" Like so that really
Yeah, that's
like
big.
it really, I was like, man, I gotta. So then I obviously instantly like booked that flight, man. And I didn't end up being able to go there with my cameraman, but I ended up taking one of my really close homies or whatever that never even been out of state or even on a plane before. So I got to take him, show him, I mean, New York, I ain't gonna lie, I love New York. New York I mean, it's a fabulous, fabulous city. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's much more of my vibe. Like I really like it just feels so much more. And also getting around in New York, like it was just so dope. And then being
Hmm.
able and then going to do on the radar, it was like it was surreal, honestly. Like I was like, wow, like I'm really here. Like especially like I didn't have that many much of a following, and honestly, it felt like not that many people like really had believe in me, especially from my hometown. Like people always like showed love, but it was like after because this was like after high school, so it's like people were kind of like, oh man, he's still doing that rapping stuff. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then that it just really gave me something to be like, man, like this rapping stuff is really like I have something to show for it now. Like this, I'm not doing this for no reason. So shout out Aiden Asset, man. Like they really changed my life and changed my confidence within music and really helped me like keep going, like for real.
Fire, shout out to them. And kind of
For real.
speaking about like the people around you or like the local scene, I know you have like a collective you're part of, Hokum, and then as
Yeah.
well as you had a couple features on this album as well. Like what kind of artists like are you like tapped in with that you collaborate with?
So I had so they were actually from my from Houston and stuff. And actually crazy. So we all worked at this grocery store. It's called HEB or whatever down in Texas or whatever. It's pretty like a big grocery store or whatever. And that's how I met them all through like us working at the same store and stuff. So the first one was like Margella Cash. I met him like almost a couple years now. Like that's
Hmm.
really one of my close homies now too. And we he had got a video from Houstonology, and then I just started, and then I was like, because I shoot videos myself too, because me and my cameraman like we invested on cameras and stuff, and we're like,
Hmm.
because I was paying a lot for music videos, so then my cameraman was down to
Yeah,
like
I've been
going with
noticing like you've been doing mad videos, and
like
I
most
really like
definitely
that. Like, bro, artists
appreciate
need to
that.
do more videos.
Facts. It's not easy though if you don't have a budget, man. Like I was spending thousands
Hmm.
of dollars on music videos, and it was just like, man, and sometimes they only go so far. It's like, to spend
Hmm.
so much on a video, especially when you could be putting that into, because a lot of artists probably don't even also record their own music at home. I mean, I would hope that they do because it's really simple to get your own setup and start recording at home, man. If you can, please do it because that's the best way you're gonna be able to keep making music. But some people like even my homie like Margella Cash, like he was paying a lot for studio time and for the video. So I was like, hey man, like he kind of seemed like he was in the same boat I was. So I was like, I also really liked his music because I feel like I got also a real ear for music, and I had started the whole collective Hokum thing because also I wanted to make my own scene within Houston because I just feel like the artists. I don't want to talk down on any artists. I feel like we still have a lot of great artists, but within my scene and my style and my sound, like I feel like I had to really, there was no one that I could really like branch out with or make music with. So I was like, I wanted to create my own so then I can, and then also me being able to have the video stuff, it was just, I was able to do that way more to like more have more people more on board. So then I got
Hmm.
Margella Cash on. Uh, we actually have like, a whole tape recorder that we're probably going to release later this year. And then I met Jay Glizzy and Nylar the Kid. at HEB or whatever recently, just this year, and they also like we were making lots of music, and they kind of inspired me too to keep going with like recording a lot. I was like, the song is 17. I mean, the album has 17 songs, and
Hmm.
I was recording like songs after song, like because they were making lots of music. So being around that energy just made me want to just record music and stuff. So shout out them. But unfortunately, they no longer in the collective no more. You know, kind of things kind of went left or whatever. But it's always love with them or whatever. But Margella Cash, she's still with me, and then I also have another artist. His name is Silver. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't want to say his name wrong, but I have another artist. He's more of like he does more like kind of indie music. It's
Hmm.
like he plays the guitar and stuff. So I really
Okay,
like to
fire.
switch up the sound. And he has a music video that we shot too on our page.
Hmm.
If
Do
anyone
you
wants to
think
check him out.
are you gonna like incorporate any of those sounds like kind of into your music and all?
So I really do. Well, I ain't gonna lie. The new sound that I'm going with, it's people are gonna be really surprised when I come out with this. It's
Hmm.
because really what I wanted to do is even with the album, I put like some of the songs were a little bit more like I wanted to make. I'm trying to go kind of more into like pop. Like I really do. I've always liked
Hmm.
pop, and that's what I kind of am trying to go into. So the next tape that I'm dropping, it's still kind of feeding off the album with the underground, like nostalgic like kind of beats or whatever. But then the tape, or I might make it an album afterwards, is gonna be really like a lot of popish and more kind of house rave music because
Okay.
I'm really trying to
Yeah.
expand and I'm really trying to be more of like I don't want to be just underground, like
Hmm.
especially with the sounds that I like and the vision I have for stuff, like especially because with this I also feel like with the fashion and everything, it's just gonna go really well together.
Hmm. I had a that actually brings me to one of the questions I was gonna ask. I know you posted on your story the other day that people were like frying your fashion. Like, do you think you have
Yeah.
a unique fashion, or why do you think people don't like that?
Honestly, I love that people are bro. I've gotten the craziest comments. Like people call me. A lot of people been sounding like PNB Rock, bro, Low Shimmy. It's like crazy artists. I'm like, man,
You
that's
do
crazy.
I mean, because you do like skinny jeans and kind of the like what do you call those like
Yeah.
shirts with the like buttons and stuff?
Oh yeah. With the like lower, like more showing more like chest and stuff.
Hmm. It kind of
Yeah,
reminds me of Lil B.
Lil B. Yeah.
Yeah, it like reminds me of that.
Most definitely. I mean, I mess with Lil B. So, um. Yeah, I think my fashion, but that's the thing. Like, I was just even telling my homie today because we just did a shoot today, and I was wearing like kind of something similar or whatever. In the video, they were
Hmm.
talking crazy, talking about give your little sister her clothes back or whatever. Like, and then they've been saying crazy stuff, but I love it all because I know I must be doing something right because that's when like there's people who really change fashion a lot for especially within the music game is like people like Lil Uzi, Young Thug, like
Hmm.
and when they
Yeah.
first were dressing these ways, like people were on them, like they were really like bashing them and stuff. So I'm like, I must be doing something right. Like there's no because I know if it was all perfect, 'cause especially the way people dress nowadays, it's all like the big baggy Balenciaga
Hmm.
OPM
Hmm.
look and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like of course people are like not trying to see all the skinny jeans and all of this and like all the skinny wear or whatever. But I'm like I like to take also advantage of my figure and stuff too because I'm like
Hmm.
I'm really into modeling and stuff too. So that's why I'm really and into fashion. So I'm really trying to push that more and stuff too. So I really I don't know. I feel like people I don't know. They're just not used. They're once they get used to. Once I get a bigger name and stuff like, and I know people still always gonna hate, but it's like,
Hmm.
like when you got haters though, you doing something right.
I think it also like kind of plays into the nostalgia a little bit, like how people used to dress like that.
Yeah, one thousand
Um,
percent.
yeah, kind of like related to your personal style. You have a lot of like cool tattoos and stuff. You got what the like musical notes and stuff going
Oh
down your
yeah,
arm.
yeah, yeah.
Can we get like a tattoo tour real quick?
Yeah. So I'm trying to see what I first started with. So I got my first tattoo when I was like 15. It was this little Playboy bunny or whatever, and
Okay.
then and then after that, like, okay, so then my friend Felipe passed or whatever. RP, long live Felipe.
Hmm.
So he was actually the first person like when I remember when we were 14, he had like we had like it was like kind of around when we started like really being like close friends and stuff. He had first heard my music and he was like, man, you gotta push it. Even though it was really like not good at all. He was like pushing me to drop, telling me to make music every day. Like he was pushing me so much. And then he'd even be around people, he'd be like, send me your music, bro. Like I'm about to play. Like he was like so like I never had still haven't had anyone like still like push me as hard as he did with my music and stuff. And then he passed when I was 17. So then I got Felipe because this is the his mom has the same tattoo and the exact thing.
Hmm.
But she has it
I
on her
like
arm
that.
or whatever. And then I had got the dove behind my ear for him too. And then I got the this matching butterfly with my sister because my sister also knew Felipe or whatever. So we kind of and
Hmm.
he was a redhead. So we both got it's an orange butterfly or whatever. So and then after and then I got the will the where the wild things are. I don't know if y'all if anybody knows what that is. It was one of like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
first it was one of my first memories. My mom used to read that book to me or whatever.
Hmm.
So I love
Yeah,
that.
my
So
mom
I
used to read that too.
yeah, so I had to get it. So especially I was like and it was my first really my first big neck tattoo. And
Hmm. So
I
you
got the corpse
did you
bride
do the
from him.
neck before, or like neck tattoos before anything else? Like a lot of people
Oh
say
yeah.
don't start with the neck.
I started with the
Hand
neck
tattoo.
and the hand. So
Oh
and then
my
I got
God, bro.
the speak no, see no, and hear no evil.
Okay, fair.
Whatever. And then I got the Corpse Bride like a year later. This was all around. I was
Hmm.
still like 19 or whatever. And then I got this big peacock on me, some
Oh
swans
wow,
and stuff.
that's crazy.
And then what I got? Then I got this like clown right here. And then I let's see what did I get next? I'm pretty sure then I got yeah, then I got the my the Eye of All Seeing right here. And
Hmm.
which that basically means I always feel like the reason I got this one right here is like I really feel like I'm always being watched by the universe. So I always try to do right by everything and
Hmm.
always feel like, you know, I have to do right. Like anytime I just know it's always watching me. God is always watching me. So I always, you know, try to do right and always, you know, do the best of my ability, you know.
Hmm.
And
Are
so
you
then
like a spiritual type person or?
most definitely like I'm definitely in all that. I'm not really religious, but I'm definitely like
Hmm.
spiritual. And
Yeah.
and then I got as above is so below in like Sanskrit is like this
Hmm.
ancient like writing whatever, and basically to me that means is like as you know because I feel like a lot of everything is like within, so it's like people try to search without what like outside, but it's like as much as you can get outside, you can get from within, you know, like worldly things or whatever, but you can get all that
Hmm.
love from within yourself, you know. And then what else did I get? And then yeah, then I got this right here big flower. And then I got this big
Yeah,
one
that's a
right here.
crazy piece right there.
And basically, this is a Buddhist like deity or whatever. And basically, what it means to me, it's like so it has a bunch of arms and stuff. So that's
Hmm.
basically like I feel like my purpose in life is to help others and lift others up. And basically, that's what this is. It's like it was the like the basically the God of helping others and compassion and stuff. So I feel like I really was behind that. And then I'm still not done with my musical notes or whatever. This is
Hmm.
actually the musical notes of one of my dad's songs that he produced, Mind Playing Tricks
Oh,
on Me
fire.
by the
Oh
Ghetto
yeah,
Boys.
dude, he produced that.
Yeah,
Dude, that's a
so
classic. That's a real classic. Oh my God.
yeah. And he also played, also produced, what is it? Feels Good to Be a Gangster. People probably
Okay,
know that
real
one too.
classic right there. Yeah.
And a lot of other UGK stuff. And then my tattoo artist, we did an interview with the two artists that he has in his shop, him and another artist.
Hmm.
The girl, whatever, she did this big piece, by the way. Shout out her, So Caresser. Shout out her. And then she did this clown right here. And basically these, because I also lost these two were basically means to me is and it kind of got meaning over time. But first it was like because I just recently lost really another close friend of mine this year, RP Ian, long live Ian. So this is basically like how I felt, you know, when I lost Felipe. It's as like a tear mark, like you
Hmm.
know, it's a clown with a tear mark. And then this one's like
Yeah.
basically how I felt when I lost Ian, like you know, like dropped down to my knees, like felt like took my soul for real. So
Hmm.
then,
Wow, yeah. That's tough.
yeah, I think
Especially at
that's
like a young age. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
'cause they were both young too, like so definitely. And then Ian was he was a big reason why I rap too. one of the
Mm-hmm.
coldest freestyles. I mean, I've known him since he was like one of my closest friends, and I forgot I haven't tatted right here too.
Oh wow.
It's from a picture when we were younger, like we're literally like 4 or 5 years old. I literally known him like since then, like since I even remember life and stuff. And he's always been like literally like a brother to me. Like I never on our birthdays are literally a day apart, so always like like very meaningful in my life. There was like never a
Mm-hmm.
year that we didn't tell each other happy birthday or speak to each other. So it was a big loss this year. I can't lie.
Yeah. Man, I like how you maintain such like a like talking to you. You're like such a positive person, and like how like especially with your like tattoos and like the compassion and like everything that you're like pushing forward. I like respect you for like maintaining that mindset and like especially with all this like tragedy around you. Like yeah.
Of course, bro. I appreciate that, man. And that's another
Yeah.
thing. Like I don't try to make. And then also, I just been like I've been really also I was also in like a crazy car wreck like a little less than actually just like a little over a month ago. It was like my car got completely totaled. I was like I don't even like I don't even know like how I really made it out, but I'm blessed. And it also like since then like I've been. I mean I don't want to say I always since then before then was really moving more like the same way and stuff, but that made me
Mm-hmm.
a lot more because I used to smoke a lot or whatever, so that forced me to stop smoking and also like just also express my I didn't express myself a lot in the past and because I did a lot of the pain is like I did let it be a part of my identity and stuff
Mm-hmm.
and like not really like because I love people and I love that's all I really want to do is spread love and positivity. So it's like since then it's like it really made me like since giving that up I've been able to really more express myself and really be like the person that I feel like I truly am.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Um, yeah, what did we talk about? Fashion. Talked about what's coming up next. Anything else like specifically you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I do have a tape dropping. It's dropping. I think I was gonna drop it on the 31st, but I think I'm gonna drop it on
Mm-hmm.
the 1st of November. So just a day after, whatever. Because I like that number better, 11/1,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And it's gonna be a 6 song tape, and it's gonna be kind of playing back into the nostalgia. Like people are gonna see with the cover art and stuff
Mm-hmm.
too that what it
Is
that
this
it's
going to
based on.
be, you talked a little bit about like switching up your sound. Is this going to be kind of like more similar to what you've been putting out, or are you already like starting to switch it up?
It because these are kind of like I don't want to say the leftovers from the album, but kind of some that I just
Mm-hmm.
didn't put on the album, and some of them like they really should have been on the album. Like I feel like they're better
Mm-hmm.
than a few songs on the album. So it's kind of like the last of this sound, and then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
release a single that's kind of gonna transition into like the newer sound, or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
So it's
this definitely gonna be
almost like a
the last
deluxe
time.
version almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fire.
Definitely.
All right. Well, right now I want to get into a segment. We're gonna do some like some rapid fire, some random questions coming up. All
Yeah,
right.
let's do it.
All right. So let's start off. Do favorite fruit. Shout out my boy Somerset. This is his question.
Favorite fruit? I'm gonna say bananas.
All right, bananas. Why do you like bananas?
I like the sweetness of them, and I don't know. I feel like they're the best. I feel like I gotta if I'm having any smoothie or anything, like I feel like bananas gotta be in them. Like they
Hmm.
pair so well with like almost any fruit.
All right. Favorite meal, type of meal.
That's hard. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm gonna say falafel. I like falafel.
Falafel. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, falafel. Anything like falafel wrap. I'll say falafel
Hmm.
wrap.
Okay, fire. Favorite video game.
Little Big Planet.
Okay. You like how many games did they make? They had like one, two, and three, I think,
Yeah, they
right?
had three. Yeah, definitely. But two was definitely Little Big Planet. Two was my favorite for sure.
I think that's the one I played too.
That's the one.
Favorite cartoon.
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. All right. Favorite movie.
Favorite movie. Stand by Me.
Okay. All right. How about favorite like animated movie?
Favorite animated movie. Hmm. Trying to think. Animated movies. I really can't think none off the top of my
Hmm.
head, but I know it's definitely some. Like honestly, I can't think of any. I don't know. Like
Okay. That's cool. How about
I know I definitely
do you watch
have one.
anime?
I honestly don't. Like, I don't know. I used to try to
Yeah.
get into anime, but I just never really could. Like, I mean, I'd probably still
Hmm.
watch it today, but especially now, I don't really watch anything. Like, I really watch more of like informational stuff. Like, I watch like lectures and like, I
Okay.
don't know.
I
I'll just be
like
trying to
that.
get
I
a
like
lot of
that.
knowledge and stuff.
What's your like favorite like I guess this is like a broad question, but like what kind of knowledge you like into?
I
Like
guess
history or like
esoteric or
science
like
or
definitely history, like knowing history, like almost like a lot of geopolitics too. Because like I said, I feel like my purpose is to help others in the world, so I kind of like to like know like what the issues are in the world and actually like figure them out. Because I'm
hmm.
like when I get big and stuff, like I really want to try to tackle a lot of this stuff, you know.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. You said like esoteric knowledge. Is that like conspiracy theories?
Kind of in a sense, and it's just like, yeah, I know knowledge and stuff that like people, yeah, I mean, I guess that can kind of fall into that, but there's a lot of behind the conspiracies or whatever. Like, there's a lot of the stuff because I don't know, I'm very much of a facts based
Hmm.
person and like logic, so I don't like to just think or whatever. Like, I feel like there's a lot of knowledge or whatever that's out there that you can actually come to actual conclusion or like see the facts of things. So I'm still like very factual on things. Like, I don't like to just say conspiracies or anything like that because
Hmm.
I feel like that's not very like I don't know like I like to be like intellectual about it, you know.
Okay. Okay. I like that. What about you said you went to New York. What's your favorite place you've ever visited?
That's hard. So my pops, he's from Nigeria or whatever.
Hmm.
So he got deported when I was 8. So I didn't really have
Oh
my father
wow.
alone in my life, but I got to go there when I was 14. So being in Nigeria is probably the craziest experience I've had. And
Hmm.
but I would say my favorite, but it's hard to say because if I went now, it'd probably be like my favorite. But New York was my favorite considering like I went on my own, was able to like do whatever I wanted, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, you got any more trips planned?
So I am trying to, I don't know. We'll see. I might trying to go back to New York soon or whatever, but it might be a little bit. I've just been really focusing and just pushing and putting a lot into my music right now. So
Hmm.
if any trip or anything that I do, I really try to make it where it's like it's at least an opportunity within my
Yeah,
music or something.
like purposeful. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a favorite song you've ever made?
Favorite song ever made? Okay, I would say it's called Chains, but it was on Me Versus You tape or whatever. I also have a music video for it. It's probably one of my best music videos too. Shout out Pierre LaFleur. He helped me shoot it and stuff. He shot most of it and also WK Network. They both helped me shoot it or whatever. That was like one of the only music videos like since I've like got a camera crew that I like paid for more in a sense. And it's a
Okay,
pretty dope music video. It's like kind of like a little short film almost in a sense.
okay, tough, tough, tough. Dream collaboration.
In collaboration, ooh, like I would say this is my one of my dream ones, but it's one that I am trying to like low key do for the moment right now. Like at my level, I feel
Hmm.
like it'd be good. There's this artist, MySpace Mark. Shout out MySpace Mark.
I feel
MySpace
like
Mark,
I've
like
heard that name before.
yeah, he's kind of popping off right now. Like he kind of
Hmm.
also like feeds into like a lot of the nostalgia and stuff like that. And but he'd be the one for right now. But in the sense, if I could get anybody, man, it'd probably be Glock. I ain't gonna lie, definitely Glock.
Yeah, yeah, bro. He's been going crazy. His output is insane, man.
Bro, I love Glock so much, man. Like I feel that man's music so much. But for the big reason, like me, like why he was such a big inspiration, he did kind of influence my music to be a little bit more street than it should have been. I ain't gonna lie, in the past.
Okay,
Because I
okay, I
just
like
liked his music so much. But I was like, but I switched it up I've switched it up
that.
since.
No, I think that's really interesting that like because I feel like your music doesn't really like sound alike to his like sonically, but
Yeah.
Glock's crazy. But yeah. Um. Oh my God, I had one, but I forgot it. Biggest style inspiration.
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I was saying somewhere. I said because so I just got asked this in a video the other day. But I was saying like at the moment it's kind of like Lenny Kravitz and stuff. But also, oh, what's his name? The soccer player Mario Balotelli or whatever. He was a
Okay.
he was a soccer player back then. He used to really put that on, man. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely him, and then yeah, I guess them two right now.
All
I
right,
would
fair.
say for sure.
I'm not tapped into soccer really, but that brings me to another question. Favorite sport we'll
Basketball,
do
I ain't
to
gonna lie.
play and then is that to
Oh,
play and
for
to watch?
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I love basketball, man. I used to be, but before I was ever like really in love with basketball, I was in love with soccer. So that's why
Hmm.
and also like the next tape is gonna be kind of soccer inspired, like the y'all see with the cover art and stuff. Because also soccer to me is more in a sense it's the most global sport. It's the biggest, honestly, thing
Hmm.
in the world. Like
Yeah, it
honestly,
is.
so it's like I feel like it's the best way to also like just get like a bigger fan base and like a more broader fan base too. So that's why I really like, and I love soccer too, and it was a big part of my childhood, like especially like my nostalgia era or whatever. So like it was like while I was playing Little Big Planet, it was one of those games too. FIFA, like I was in love with FIFA, like definitely. And then but to play basketball, like I ain't gonna, I'm really
Hmm.
good at basketball, I ain't gonna lie. Like basketball is definitely like I don't know, I enjoy it. It's like my second
Hmm.
love almost. I ain't gonna lie.
Are you like an up close shooter or like you hit the long shots or what?
Do it all. Like I can do it all. Like I can even dunk too. Like I lost
Okay,
my
yeah.
hops a little bit since my accident,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty cold on that
Are
court.
you tall? I feel like you look pretty tall.
I'm only like 5'11", 6 foot. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really not that
Okay,
tall,
okay, yeah. Dang,
so
bro. Like, I guess that goes into like the fashion and stuff, or like talking about like playing your like silhouette. But like, bro, like you look hella tall.
I appreciate that, man. Because that's the one thing. I wish I was hella tall because because what I really like in fashion, I like to do. I really want to do runway and stuff, but runway is
Hmm.
like usually 6 foot plus whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
about 6 foot, but like probably with shoes on, like 6 foot whatever. But like it's like I'm barely meeting the bare minimum and stuff. But I still
Hmm.
like print modeling and stuff like that, like all of that stuff. But it's like that's why I've been maintaining my build a lot too because. I feel like the slimmer look is like it's also going to play into like looking a little bit
Yeah, for
more
sure, for
taller.
sure. If you had one message to the people or one message to the youth, what would you say?
Ooh, stop getting caught up. Don't get caught up in social media. Don't you're your own person and everyone has their own path. Like, don't feel like just because you see other people doing something that because I feel like that was a big thing for me. Like, and also don't uh care so much about other people's perception of you. It's really hard not to, especially when you have to fit into like friend groups and stuff like that. Because in school, it's like you don't really get to pick and choose who you're friends with. I feel like, and you really get put in these friend groups, whatever, and those kind of mold who you are. But at the end of the day, you gotta truthfully find who you are, and you know, and then don't care so much about other people's perception, whether even it's your parents or whoever it is, man. Like, live your truth, man. Like, and also don't judge others. Like when you judge others, you're gonna judge yourself 100 times harder. So
All
don't judge
right.
others. Spread love.
I guess before we wrap this up, what can we expect from you coming forward? We talked about it a little bit, but what can we be
Yeah.
on the lookout for?
Hey man, new music videos almost every week. Definitely, if y'all want to see some new visuals every week, I'm going to be doing that. If you want to hear most of my snippets, follow me on TikTok, Delivering Pain, and then yeah, I'm gonna be dropping the tape, in a few weeks or whatever, and then. Yeah, and then after that, it's probably at least a few projects before the end of the year, definitely. So be on the lookout, man, for sure. Deliver pain.
All right. And any shout outs you want to give?
Mm, I'll say shout out my mom, shout out my cameraman Vixie.jp on Instagram, my cameraman, and then shout out Aiden the Asset, man, for having me on the radar, man. That was biggest change in my life. Yeah, and shout out Margella Cash too, one of my homies, my good artist, whatever. He's definitely on the come up too. Once he hits the scene, y'all gonna see him too. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, I say that's about most of the shout outs. Shout out the rest of my family too.
Hmm. All right, fire. Any last words?
No, man, I appreciate you having me on here, man.
Ah, this was tight.
This is only my second interview or whatever, and it was good vibes, man. I,
Hmm.
I enjoyed it a lot for sure.
No, I appreciate you coming on. I really liked that you feel like someone who has a lot to say.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times when I be getting in these interviews, like it's hard to get people going. But man, no, you have a lot of thoughts, a lot of goals, a lot of ambitions, and I really like that a lot about you.
And I appreciate you allowing me, to express this, man, because this is I love doing this, man. Like, and I don't get to do it often, so for sure.
All right, and I guess one thing didn't get to ask before, have you done any live shows, or are you planning to? Or
Not as DeliverPain. I did as my old name and stuff. I did a couple live shows or whatever, but nothing really too crazy. But I mean, in the future, I'm definitely I don't know. I want to make it worth it. I really want to kind of build up a more of a fan base before I really do like an actual show. Like, but yeah. So I can't really put a time on when I'll probably do a live performance. But hey, y'all run me up. I might be might do one soon.
all right, fire. Thank you once again for joining us. We're here with Deliver Pain, artist out of Houston, Texas. Just dropped his new tape, Sackboy Music. Once again, I'm DJ Coffin, and this interview will be on 90.5 KSJS San Jose. Thank you for joining us.
Sure, man. Appreciate you for having me.
It's showtime. Come do a fight, you know we send it up. Can't see anything on that Bentley, bitch, you know it's up. I hop up in that AMG, like who won't go race me? But I was talking, no, I'm ballin', that one gone. No, I'm calling with the city, ho. Can't let no cities, ho. I know that she gon' do the most, and I cannot be broke. Fuck with her, she problematic. Already dealing with all this status, this shit been rough, it growing.